In 2021, we updated our sustainable investment policy, following on from customer research, and we introduced 3 principles which we ask our in-house investments department to follow. This sets out clear sustainable related rules we must adhere to when managing your money. The first principle, responsible screening, includes a range of exclusions to ensure that we don't invest in companies we believe are performing poorly on ESG factors. So those relate to environment, society and governance. Next, we have our positive contribution principle, which requires our funds to hold a minimum percentage in companies deemed to be doing good. Our final principle, active engagement, sets out the key topics we would like our investments department to prioritise when engaging with companies we're invested in. We review the policy on an annual basis, taking into account any customer feedback or regulatory guidance. Let's hear from our investment colleagues who will bring the policy to life.
Hi, I'm Lucas Howarth and I head up Wesleyan's Sustainable Investment team. The team helps ensure the sustainability-related principles Wesleyan has introduced are adhered to by the investments department, be it reviewing new companies against the list of exclusions, identifying those that meet Wesleyan's positive contribution requirements, or voting and engaging with them based on the active engagement priorities. I'll now hand over to the Sustainable Investment Analysts who will provide more detail on what we do.
The exclusions in place ensure we only invest in companies operating in a way that reduces their impact on the environment and on society. For instance, we only invest in oil and gas companies that have a comprehensive commitment to be carbon net zero by 2050 and do not derive more than 5% of their revenue from unconventional oil and gas production.
For each of our funds, at least 10% of the companies we invest in will have exposure to one of our 4 positive contribution themes. For example, as part of our health and well-being theme, we are invested in a company that designs, manufactures and markets medical technology. Their products include artificial limbs and surgical robots and software. Within the climate change theme, we are invested in a company that owns and manages UK wind farms that have the capacity to power 2.3 million homes.
We actively engage with companies we invest in to promote sustainable practices. Since change within companies can take time, effective engagement often spans multiple years. Specifically on climate change, over the past few years we have seen improvements at 2 UK-based banks we've engaged with on climate risk strategy. Since our engagement, one bank has published a responsible business report including their approach to climate risk, and another has introduced a new product range to assist landlords in financing energy efficiency improvements. To bolster our engagement efforts, we are proud signatories of a number of collaborative engagement platforms. For example, in 2024 we signed an open letter urging authorities to standardise sustainability disclosures, which will aid comparability across firms.
Alongside a group of like-minded investors, we have been engaging frequently with companies and regulators within the UK water utility space in response to our concerns related to financial stability and environmental pollution. To these companies, we have demonstrated the importance of environmental performance to us as investors and have encouraged the UK water regulators to take a tougher stance on water pollution. This should lead to improved water quality in the UK and potentially benefit the water companies we own shares in. While they still have improvements to make, 2 of the 3 are best performers for pollution incidents, with the other company performing at the expected level.
You can find out more about Wesleyan's sustainable investing approach at wesleyan.co.uk/intermediaries.